What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jack Sonic, Eat Vegetables NYC. I'm here with Ann from the Youth Farm Project. Hey Ann, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. It's a wonderful place you got out here.
Thank you.
You want to tell us a little bit about the Youth Farm?
Yeah, I'd love to. The Youth Farm was founded in 2010 by a group of people that wanted to really focus on connecting young people with agriculture and having it be a safe space, so it wasn't just a place for white youth, but for youth of color also. So trying to kind of like find a way to like break down the walls that somehow sometimes exist around environmental education and just making it really accessible and really safe for everybody.
Sure, yeah, that's a wonderful mission. So what kind of work do you do specifically to implement that?
Well, my job, I'm the farm manager, so I do a lot of farming, and then I work with a lot of the teenagers. We have a summer program where we work with teenagers over 7 weeks during their summer break. And there's a few other programs that are sort of new this year that one of our other educators, Laura, works on, that are like going after school. And then we work with young kids doing school field trips. So almost with all of our agricultural education, we also try to look at social justice and sort of like how the food system is in our country and why some places there's more access to fresh vegetables and why in some places it's harder to access those things, and why that exists and why it will maybe start to exist along class lines and just like how our food system kind of got that way and why it exists and different things that we can do to, I definitely don't have all the answers, and I don't think the Youth Farm has all the answers, but I think by having, like, we are able to sort of invite young people into that conversation and sort of try to talk to them about what possible solutions might be, and just creating a food system where everyone has access to food and that wants it, and culturally appropriate food that they want to eat and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's really incredible work, and I just want to say I really respect you and the work that you've been doing. So what do you guys do with the produce that you grow out here?
So we grow about 3 acres of vegetables, and a lot of the produce that we grow goes into the community. So we have a harvest box program where 2 elderly homes in Ithaca receive the vegetables twice a week, and then we try to channel as much as we can into the school systems through the Ithaca City School District and through the Fresh Snack Program, which gets vegetables to elementary age kids. And then we do like a couple of markets where the community can come out and support us as well.
Can you tell us a little bit about those markets that you do?
Yeah, so that we do like a few pop-up markets. Like there's a couple that we do at LACS in the fall, and then there's a couple that we do right before Thanksgiving at Press Bay Alley. There's a sort of an invitation for the community to come out and do like a little farmers market. We try not to go to the Ithaca farmers market because we don't want to compete with, because we're a nonprofit, we don't want to compete with area farmers. So we're trying to be in places where they're not and getting food into places where they're not always able to get food to.
Yeah. So how did you get involved with the Youth Farm, and how long have you been working here?
That's a really good question. I've been working here since it started. I started working in agriculture like my whole adult life in sort of different ways, and then I stepped away from it for a long time, for about 5 years, and then a friend of mine who was also one of the founders of the Youth Farm knew that I was a farmer and knew that I also really liked working with young people, and so they asked me if I wanted to be a part of this thing. So I quit my job and jumped on board, and have not looked back since. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I love that. So what are your favorite parts about farming, and working at the youth farm specifically?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like farming is like one of those things that's like very, like you can have a lot of like internal satisfaction from seeing like what you're like visually see what your work is doing. Like it's not it's sometimes like it can be very mental and you're doing a lot of figuring and stuff like that, but then it becomes very physical, and you can get, I feel like I can get a lot of satisfaction from that. And then working with young people, I feel like there are relationships that I've formed. Like I don't think I had any idea that what I was getting into with that, but it's been really amazing to like meet young people and hear their ideas and sort of like get to know them through different stages of their life and sort of like watch them grow up and be sort of like a mentor and a cheerleader for them. And yeah, it's like one of my favorite parts. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really powerful.
Yeah.
So is there anything else really that you want to let people know out there?
Well, I mean, one thing that always inspires me is that there are youth farms like all over the country that are all trying to do this sort of work, like in almost like every major city in the United States, in a lot of rural areas too. There are places where they're trying to invite young people into be a part of agriculture. And so if there's someone, you know, an organization in your area and you want to help out or volunteer or get involved somehow, I bet they could use your help. So yeah, go find them.
That's perfect. That's so wonderful. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
and keep up the great work.
Thanks
it's always
so
great
much.
to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Eat vegetables, y'all. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining me on this trip to the youth farm. I just want to say it's really amazing stuff that they're doing out here. Not just growing food, but also making sure that people are getting that food and educating the youth. This is really what Eat Vegetables is all about. So thank you for coming along on this journey. Don't forget to eat vegetables and make sure to subscribe to our channel if you like what you're seeing. Thank you all so much. Eat vegetables.